appearing here in the first half for Sheboygan Falls, picking up 83 yards, and a fine job for number 20, Scott Speck. But Brad Rutgers has been their bellwether all season long, and I'm sure they'd like to be able to get him on track, get him some running room for Sheboygan Falls at Beaver Dam, and of course now you just have to come through and play your game plan.
Interesting story here behind the Evansville-Albany joined together leadership thing here. Evansville has had a successful program for years, and Albany, a smaller school at about 1,000. These are two separate high schools. It's not exactly like our Elkhart Lakeland Beulah, where two communities have merged together and they all go to one school. These are two separate high schools, Evansville and Albany. Albany's high school is more of the Comets, and unlike many of the small schools in our area, Albany represents about 15% of the team here.
And they certainly do, and they come out and really support this team once again, driving up. They're from around the Madison area, 20 miles away from Madison, 15 miles away from also Janesville. So Evansville, a nice hike up here to get for Evansville-Albany.
That's the dream of every high school football team, to be undefeated conference champions. And the Kohler Credit Union congratulates the Sheboygan Falls Falcons on their winning season. Kohler Credit Union also believes in dreams, and that's why they help make dreams come true. So far, so good, gang. The Falcons lead Evansville by a score of 7-0. Let's see if they can keep it up here. Frosto lines up the football now, taking his time to get last-minute instruction in the huddle here. And Frosto's back, and they will get ready. Set to receive the kick will be Binash, and he is number 1. We got a correct pronunciation from the Evansville people on that. Binash, and that'll be ready to go. And so Frosto will be set to do the kicking back at about the 40-yard line. And kicking off end over end at about the 25-yard line right here, 20, and bounced on the 15-yard line to the 20, and working to about the 23-yard line and down right there, maybe to the 25. I believe that's Grossman returning that kick, and he gets it down to about the 25-yard line.
Thanks, they'll mark it 1st and 10 for Evansville-Albany, as Sheboygan Falls has dominated first half play on the defensive end, coming up with 3 big interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries. And Evansville-Albany, once again, the key will be positive yardage on first down. A lot can be said about the football game with this first drive in the second half. And let's see what Coach Jerry Grosskreep has come up with.
They open up with Z, the quarterback, Grossman in the backfield, and now some confusion at the line of scrimmage. They did get the playoff, but I'm not sure if there will be any flags whistled, because it looked like the officials had stopped the play before they got the snap off.
Back into the huddle, Evansville, they break the huddle, and we're ready for the first play here. As no penalty, 1st and 10, Evansville-Albany at the 25-yard line.
They're working that Grossman lines to the right of quarterback Z, and up the middle to Grossman. He gets down to about the 27, only a gain of 2 on the play, and the Falcons doing a good job containing early. 2nd down, 8 yards to go for the Devils.
Tim Manson checking in Joe B. Nash, as he is the junior tailback now lining up behind Z, the quarterback.
And B. Nash will line up with Grossman on this play. They give us to B. Nash. He looks on the outside, 25 over to the 30, close to a first down. No, he's going to be about 5 yards short. He's looking kind of at the line sticks, 31-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd down and 5 situation. He did get to about the 31-yard line. He's got to get to the 36.
After about a 5-yard gain, sets up a 3rd, called a short 4 situation for Evansville-Albany. As once again the fans trying to get something going. They haven't had a lot to cheer about here in this ball game.
36-yard line right now. Given the delay play, the Madsen down to about the 38-yard line. As check that Tim Madsen gets about 2 on the play. It'll set up a 4th down and 2 in a kicking situation for the
tackle. Brad Rutgers sliding over from his linebacker spot. He dropped him for just a 2-yard gain, 2 yards short of the first down, and Sheboygan Falls holds on this first possession.
At the 20-yard line, it's a squib kick, hit at the 40-yard line, picked up by the Falcons there at the 40, turning the corner, 45, 50, and down to about the 48-yard line of Blue Devil territory. Mike Wallner again, an excellent...
Number 11 coming up, I should say Mike Wallner, number 2, territory at the 48-yard line for Sheboygan Falls.
Specht and Rutgers behind the quarterback and everyone in tight. They got a man Wolf on the side, Specht the ball carrier at the 37-yard line. Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Quickly stop on the interior, the ball up to the line there. Now Brett Romer with 2 setbacks. He's got Wolf as a wide man on the wide right, Specht and Rutgers here. Setbacks, Romer rolling out, blitz is on, and he does escape 1 tackler and gets down to about the midfield stripe to about the 48-yard line on the dump pass. I believe that was Specht that received that, the safety valve man, back at about the 48-yard line. But again, a host of jerseys. Yes, it was Specht, the receiver. It's good.
number 85, that must be Todd Heritage, the defensive end, and he chased Brett Romer, and he went back to his safety valve man on the right. Looked like they tried to set a screen up, but Evansville Albany, with the good pressure on the quarterback, was able to break through the interference and drop them for no gain, sets up a 3rd and 9 situation.
And Lawrence blocking the 6.
You would think red letters on blue jerseys are easy to pick up, but it's not. It's real tough to pick out the numbers for Evansville Albany.
3rd down, 9 yards to go now for the Falcons. Brett Romer, straight drop, now he fakes, quarterback draw, it's a great play, 1st down, penalty flag at the 50, Romer goes 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Falcons, but again a flag to check out back in midfield, and we'll have to see what's going on. It looks like it could be
jumping up and down, but in that situation, nobody near the face mask. That's about the only defensive penalty you can get in that situation. So again, another fine run, 49 yards from
Romer, using the best of his athletic ability, did such an excellent job bursting through on the quarterback draw. The Blue Devils did the fake and got into the secondary, then turned on the burners, but unfortunately...
But right there, you saw the quarterback drop play work very well. That's when you tuck away and bring out again here in this second half.
The ball resting on the 39-yard line. 3rd down and 21 for the Falcons. Romer goes back. Good protection. It breaks down a little bit. He's scrambling. He gets away from 2 men and 3 men, and then finally down he goes. And the NFL would have been marked way back to the 22. But there's no such thing as in the grasp, and he fought his way for 5 more. But he's
out of bounds. It cost him 15. And right now, interesting to see a face mask call. And it still sets up 3rd down, and now it'll be 3rd down and about 19. So you got
the Blue Devil defense will be called upon once again to stop him here. 3rd down and 19 yards to go for the Falcons. And again, 2 setbacks for them. It's Speckton Rutgers by the quarterback Romer. Wolf the wide man on the right side. Romer rolling out again. Protection breaks down, tries to step up, and he is sacked by the... He just get it off. Incomplete. Incomplete is the call. Boy, I can't believe Romer got it off. He was in traffic right there. It looked like he was down for sure. Then a forward pass was made incomplete.
And they tried to keep their tight end in to give him extra protection, and it just hasn't worked.
B. Nash stands on his own 20-yard line, awaiting the kick of Brett Romer, who will kick from his own 30. Romer gets off a low line drive kick. It'll be angled once again. They're afraid of the good booming kick. 10-yard line B. Nash, 15, 20, and that's about it to the 21-yard line. Maybe they've done their homework, the Falls Falcons. Gym work. B.
Nash, any punt return time in this ball game. Remember Depke's when it comes to baby's first pair of shoes. They'll help select the all-important proper fitting shoe. Depke's 105 Pine Street, Sheboygan Falls is open Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 5:30, Fridays till 8, Saturdays till 3.
And the Falcon defense really putting the key on B. Nash. And he's
yard gain there for B. Nash. And that'll set up a 2nd and 10. Good defensive play so far by the Sheboygan Falls throughout this contest.
B. Nash in the backfield along with Grossman on this play. B. Nash a ball carrier. He sweeps to the right side. This time no doing as he tries to turn back in. He gains about 2 on the play to the 32-yard line. It's going to set up a 3rd down and call it 8 yards to go. They're going to move him just barely up.
Evansville line. Coach Yedis was worried about the size of Evansville, but Sheboygan Falls has done a good job of filling the holes and just shutting off the running attack.
B. Nash on the delay play, nothing biting by the Falcons, 24-yard line. Kind of a small counter, didn't use much of the field, but they did give to B. Nash as he was rolling out on the draw. And it's
for Evansville Albany. The Sheboygan Falls defense has certainly dominated this contest. Evansville Albany's deepest penetration has been to the 25-yard line. That, you may remember, was late in the first half.
Romer and Romer are waiting the kick of B. Nash, and it bounces out of bounds at about the 40-yard line, 41-yard line, and that's where Sheboygan Falls sets up first savings up to 25% on all other children's and ladies. Falls and Kiel during their semi-annual clothing sale now through November 7th. It's a 1st and 10, Falcons 41-yard line. Rutgers the ball carrier, 3-yard gain to the 44, stopped by the interior of the Blue Devils. We're trying to get a number up here. Blue on red again, a little tough. 2, it'll be a gain of 3, 2nd down, 7 yards to go. 44-yard line now. The Falcons lead this one 7-0, 5:14 to play. We're live from Beaver Dam on WPLY. Glad you could join us this afternoon. 2nd give man through. This is Speck. He crosses the 45. There's a marker to check back at about the 43-yard line, and that's on the far end of the field where Wolf was.
Yards as that ball should be marked from the line of scrimmage, which was the 43-yard line. I'll set it back to the 38 and set up a big 3rd and, I should say, 2nd and 12 situation.
And again, the Falcons will have to get into Blue Devil to say, calling the long 12 for the Falcons. And again, 2 setbacks in this one. Sprackton Rutgers, they're using a pro set with the wingback right here. They're giving the delay play to Coupling. He crosses the 40 to the 42. He was the wingback on the play, and it was the old counter, and it worked for about 3 yards on the play. It's still going to set up a 3rd and 9.
Bring them down. A good play out there by Evansville Albany is that right defensive end. shows a lot of patience, and that, of course, is John Briggs. So John Briggs staying at home on that right side, and it's paid off, preventing some big gains from the Falls Falcons.
Robbers and the Devils sending 6 men. He does get it off, incomplete, intended for Wolf at the midfield stripe. Again, 6 rushers, and boy, they've got some size on that line in the Blue Devil territory.
And strong pass rush put on by Evansville Albany.
Robber will stand on his own 30. Benash will set to do the receiving for the Blue Devils, and he will be standing on his own 16-yard line. And again, a long count, a low snap. Robber fields it good and gets off a high end over end kick, and it's down at about the, we're going to mark it at about the 39-yard line.
There you go.
Again,
Extra element to this.
first down, 10 yards to go. Benash is in the backfield along with Grossman on this play. Straight drop, quick one, and it's a screen, and it's going to work good. 40, 45, and down to about the 50-yard line. He breaks a tackle at the 45 and down to the 42-yard line. Great play out there. I'm going to catch a number 42, I think it is, and that would be Phil Graves.
And able to pick up a first down. Nice running there by Bratsky as it took 4 Falcons to bring him down.
First and 10, Devils with their best field position in the second half. They're on the Falcon 41-yard line. The give is to Benash. This time he stopped in the backfield, and down goes. Kuplik got him first, and he was helped out by Cheverny at the 48-yard line. A loss of 7 sets up a second down and 17.
And on the blitz was able to bring him down. Nice open field tackle. Sets up a second and 17.
And it's the Blue Devils lining up in the Falcon territory, 47-yard line. Falcons lead at 7-0 on WPOI, 3:25 in the third. Rolling out is Z. He's looking over the middle. He's got a man open. It's dropped at about the 30-yard line, juggled out there, and getting up slowly, and that's Jason Selnow, 82.
And it's Jason Selno, his favorite target, and that time the connection didn't click. Sets up a big 3rd and 17 situation.
And again, the line Selno way wide to the left on this play. We'll watch him closely. Short drop, looking, again, they set up the screen pass, and stopped there, and there was an option, it looked like, and down he goes at about the 50-yard line. Matt Bratsky looked like he was going to turn and throw it upfield.
Chris, one of their favorite plays is the double pass. We mentioned that at the opening of this ball game, and that's a fake on the pass out to Bratsky. And right now, another punting situation for Evansville as they're trying to pump back up Mark Z as he just has been unable to get any offense generated.
And here's the kick from, it's a line drive, and it's going to be taken by Robert. He has trouble with it at the 20-yard line. He does scoop it in at the 10. He's looking back. He's trying to run at the 5, and down he goes to the 6-yard line. Great coverage by Evansville on the mistake, miscue by Robert. He tried to field that, also be deep in their own territory on the 6-yard line.
Trying to pick up the bouncing football, and he had all sorts of trouble.
2:19 to play here in the third, and the Falcons deep in a hole on their own 7-yard line here. They lead this one 7-0. Kuplik goes in motion right to left, and the give is to Specht. He gets across the 9, maybe to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. It'll set up a second down and 7 yards to go. Should say Scott Specht was the ball carrier.
As right now, Evansville looking to stop him, get good field position. The Falls Falcons at their own 10-yard line, and right now they need to ground it out on the ground and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost.
Second down, 7 yards to go. Give to Specht on the right side. He stopped at the 11, and the Blue Devil defense is really up for the call on this one. They want to stop the Falcons deep in their own territory. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 6.
Tim Matson, and he dropped him for a gain of half a yard, sets up a big 3rd and 6, and right now, Chris, you're in a little deep trouble because you don't want to go back to pass and get the sack, and Sheboygan Falls has been unable to protect Romer.
Minute 1, and they are going to keep it on the ground. I should say Specht, nothing doing, maybe a yard on the play, out to about the 11-yard line, and Falls is going to be forced to kick, and this will be a big one from Breck Romer, the 50-yard line, awaiting this big kick from Breck Romer. He's been known throughout the years in his votes in the Eastern Wisconsin Conference as a fine kicker when the pressure's on, and this is definitely a pressure situation. Bobble the snap, and it's blocked by Evansville. Touchdown! Touchdown into the end zone. It was blocked by 85, and that was Todd Heritage. Matt Bratsky came up with it in the end zone. 88 to congratulate the pair. It's a touchdown for Evansville. They're on the
An opportunistic Evansville Albany Blue Devils that time blocking the punt tube, and Falls there to score the go-ahead points with just under a minute remaining here in the 3rd quarter, and Evansville fans are going crazy.
Z with a man in motion now. He'll roll out. He's looking for the man in the flat, and it's incomplete. 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 The Falcons hold, and they were lucky because the man was open on the left side. He did go in motion and worked his way free, and that was 82. Jason Selno, his favorite target, and unfortunately, because they were on or off the field, we all recognize it's
again just under a minute to play here in the third quarter.
And the Falcons dodged a big bullet on that one, Jim, because going for the two-point conversion, as we mentioned at the halftime, the Blue Devils are a team that will do that. They will take the risk and go for the 2 points. They like to go for the win. They're not a very conservative team. They're more of a liberal team, and they had it there, and they just could not corral the football. And it's a squib kick at about the 25-yard line, taken on the bounce by one of the Falcon upmen at the 30. It's Sherman, 35-40, breaks through down to the 43-yard line. Great return by Jason of 13 yards. It's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 43.
And Chris, now you're just going to be able to show you can move the football as defense has dominated this contest, and a big special teams play by Evansville has got them right back into this football game.
Margan incompleted.